Get the window open. Okay, cool. I'm like, what am I doing? Oh yeah, click on that.
Make sure I'm recording. I am recording.
Cool.
Good.
How long have we been doing this? 256 times.
Yeah.
I don't know, we've been doing this maybe about probably under 50 times that we've done Zoom.
Yeah. Sure, we're going to start the episode or do we start it?
No, we're good.
We're rolling. We're rolling right now.
Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower. And with me today, we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh, yeah, Kyle.
That's old bit.
Oh, me? Who? Oh, little old me? What am I, dog meat?
What am I, chop liver?
Chop liver. All right, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Actually, hold on. Forgot to do the plugs.
Damn it!
We're the Tone Jerks podcast.
Get your plug out.
Yeah. You can make sure to subscribe on YouTube. We're gonna hit you up again on that one. We're getting closer to 300, and I know that everybody's like, "Oh, what about thousands or 100,000?" You know what? Fuck off. I think 300 would be tight, right?
Yeah.
Give us a sub. Give us a dom over there on YouTube.com/theToneJerks.
Tight 300 is what we're looking for.
Oh yeah. Nice and fit 300. 300 lbs. You're like, yeah, I'm looking good.
Yeah, it's not what I was going with. Athletic 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can help support the show on patreon.com/theToneJerks, where you get bonus too spicy for YouTube podcasts over there. Behind the paywall, you don't get a little rowdy over there. So if you like what you're gonna hear, let's say you're brand new, they're like starting the show with ads. Well, at least we're not doing it for, Manscaped or something like that. Although,
not yet. I've been waiting. If you think this is what my face looks like,
I can't tell if Kyle's trolling me. I just letting my little goatee here grow out. I'm like, Kyle, you're like, no, it looks good. I can't tell if it just mine looks like shit. If you're just like, you got my back.
No, dude, looks good, man.
No.
Yeah, dude, I always got my bros back, even if they look like shit.
We're not doing
go
any
get him, Tiger.
Manscaped or for Hims, or
Keeps.
Keeps. Any of those. We just gave them all free advertising. We're not doing any of those
for Keeps or whatever that thing is.
Is that the hair one, right?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Why
should we be the worst ones? Or we could be, it saved my hair. It saved my marriage.
I'm getting started on my second marriage. Thanks to Keith.
You should check out my pubes. I was bald as an eagle.
You got an afro.
Yeah.
So
now I need the Manscaped to take care.
Now you got. Anyways, no, we're not doing any more like these jokes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Like, just bleep them all out. We're promoting the Patreon. That's a way you can help support the show for as little as $1 a month. But for $2, you get the hot, spicy. Why is it spicy? Podcast over there.
Why is it spicy?
So the ads are out of the way. This show is brought to you by our us, our YouTube and our Patreon and the beers.
Boat beer.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of stumbled all the way there, but fuck it. Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What's good?
Thank God. I want to talk about me.
Yeah. What's new in your world? Come on.
I have this tree out in the front of my yard, dude.
All right.
It's just the woes of a property owner. It's crazy.
Brian, you don't know nothing about that, you dumbass.
Yeah. You can't relate with me.
You don't understand what it's like. It's like people who have kids. They're like, you don't even understand. They start getting violent. You piece of shit. You don't understand. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you don't have to live with these pieces of shits.
These little shits running around.
So,
what gives you the right?
Tree in my front yard. That
sorry, I know you're trying to say it. It's like you have an opinion on something that has nothing to do with kids. I'm like, oh yeah, my favorite soda is Coca-Cola. You don't even have kids. How do you fucking have a thing to say about that? You piece of shit. Where you get the balls to do that?
You don't have a favorite thing anymore.
You're dead to me. Like,
when you got kids, you give it all. You give it all up for them. You sacrifice everything.
Yeah.
So I got this tree in my front yard, right?
Yeah.
That had to get trimmed. Basically, there were a bunch of dead branches. And this is the second time I've trimmed it. So
I was about to say, this is the second time the city has come by and gave me a...
No, they haven't. It's just, they got some fucking widowmakers up there. Some freaking dead branches that are, some were like that thick. I'm like, man, the thing's...
Is that what a widowmaker is? I guess. Okay, can you explain that? Is that what, like a tree branch is going to fall on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so widowmakers also could be like a full tree that's dead that might be leaning up on another tree, and the wind blows and it falls, and you don't even hear it falling. It just kills you.
Falls on somebody. Okay, cool. And learn something new today, kid.
They just call me the widowmaker.
The boys and girls over here learn something new.
That's my old nickname in high school, the widowmaker. Yeah, I'm playing football, just taking kids out.
Just fucking. You're a teenager, but you're also just
no,
fucking.
No, I'm 30. I'm 34.
You're a coach.
Yeah. Preemptive widowmaker.
Like the kid doesn't make the pass, and you start punching another kid. You gotta fucking kill him.
So
you gotta trick him, and we're gonna treat him.
We're gonna rip him up.
You should be a football.
We're gonna taste him.
You should be a football coach in Texas. You've never watched
nothing.
Never watched the game. Never give a shit. And you have no idea.
Just saw the job opening and applied for it.
Like I saw the trailer
Faked
for
my
Remember
resume.
the Titans. I think I got it.
Hell yeah, dude. Na 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 na. Hey. Anyway, so
you say, I seen The Water Boy. That's pretty good. Bobby
that
Boucher.
wasn't from The Water Boy.
No, and I'm saying you just think of any football movie.
Yeah,
I saw that episode
I've seen
of
Air Bud. I saw Air Bud. That's the basketball one, but
no, he also was the.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that one though.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so
Air Bud, the longest.
It's relatable.
Longest yard or whatever.
Anyways, Jesus Christ,
Golden receiver.
Great start. Oh, there you go.
Woo, got it. Woo.
You had to look it up. Those movies are so dumb.
My eyes
as a
are
kid,
rolling.
Like, wow,
rolling in the back of my head. Like I'm like, I got the answers in the back of my head.
Just Rolodexing through all the
Air Bud, Space Jam,
the 7 movies that are in your head, and they're all Pauly Shore movies except for Golden
directed
Retriever.
VHS Pauly Shore movies.
Yes.
Straight to DVD.
Not even Encino Man or in the Army Now.
I like that one.
Yeah. You just get all the other ones.
Son-in-law.
Rob Schneider movies, Adam Sandler movies, and Pauly Shore movies.
Ooh.
And only Pauly Shore movies with Andy Dick. You're like, oh fuck, there's 3 of them. Which one is it? They're all the same plot.
Yeah.
I don't even know. If there's 3. Anyways,
In the Army Now and Son-in-Law are pretty good.
Oh. Son-in-Law that had Steve Martin, right? Or no?
It had the You're Killing Me Smalls. That kid was in it. And then nobody else that I remember.
Oh.
It's like he's that 90s retro stoner kind of vibe.
Yeah. I saw a Goofy movie. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's in that one too.
Yeah, he's this fucking same character.
He plays this he plays the same character every movie.
People talk about Brendan Fraser being typecast, It's like, fuck, dude. Pauly Shore is the man for typecasting.
He Goofy movied himself.
Yeah, he got animated. They're like, you could be anything you want to be. Just read the lines how you want. All right.
You're a stoner.
Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
You're a stoner dog.
Yeah, fuck. With small ass glasses,
cargo shorts.
Was it John Lennon glasses and cargo shorts
and a tie-dye t-shirt? Like so pretty much what I'm wearing right now. Yes,
definitely. You're 60 years old now.
All right,
dude.
in the Army now. You guys are now going to Middle East. So what type of character are you gonna be? Like, I'm gonna be Pauly Shore. That works. Yeah. Let's fucking do it.
We love you, Pauly.
Throw Andy Dick in there.
So, anyways, we have this thing where they do like a bulk kind of pickup, but they do. Okay. You don't have to necessarily throw it in a like green trash bin, like the clippings or whatever. So you really just place it on your, the side of the road.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of take advantage of that. Carrie and I were like, okay, we need a plan to just cut this shit down. So,
you take the F-350 and just start ramming that tree just until it falls over.
Yeah. Get those, just smash on the freaking hood and the windshield. Sick.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
It's like hang 10. Yeah.
There's no one there. Yeah, so this isn't really that great of a, anyways, I worked forever on it because there were branches that were just like straight up in the middle. I had to get my freaking pole saw on like the last extension. Like, it's probably like 15 feet out. And I'm like, it's an electric saw. So you're like, you put it on there and you're like, you're just like,
yeah,
it's a chainsaw. And so it's a chainsaw that has like probably that big of a reach on it. But damn, my freaking shoulders, back, everything. Next day, I'm like, I took off Monday, dude.
Yeah, you put in a good day's work there.
Yeah,
you're sacrificing your body for this fucking domicile of yours. For this kingdom that you've created, you're sacrificing yourself.
I didn't create anything. I just signed on a line. So yeah, it seemed like we pulled down a whole tree. Like there was still tree. Like I was surprised there was still a tree left.
Yeah,
basically that's how we thinned it out.
Yeah,
like you said, those branches. There were some of them were still like
pretty thick.
Alive, but certain points they were like dead. I'm like, let me just cut off here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have 2 other trees I need to do that to also. So
they come once a week or what?
No, they come once every quarter.
All right, so you got some time.
Yeah. So it was Monday that they came.
Oh man,
picked that shit up.
Do you have a fire pit?
Yes, I do.
Oh, dude,
you
never
I got like that.
There?
Your dad gave me some trash from your house.
Some garbage, yeah. So
yeah, literally, it's like that stainless. It's the wash tub from the washer.
It's a basket washed from the washer. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So I have that thing. I need to prime that up.
And just sit out there, you and your lady drinking moonshine, like. Yes, we did it.
Pick out a fiddle and pick up a bow and throw the crawdad hole and
throw the cats in the catio and you're just out there.
Yeah,
fucking with the crawdads and fucking bullfrogs and shit.
Yeah, overalls with only one thing hooked on.
Your
strap,
mid hanging out the other end.
Yeah, hay and a freaking straw hat.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Barefoot. My nipple just hanging out.
Yeah.
Howdy, neighbor. Don't look at him, Paul. He walking. So, anyways, I've been on, just a kick of trying to finish these projects.
Yeah.
That I have just laying around.
Yeah, something got in your craw there. I like it.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Got up in my craw.
Craw.
I am the craw daddy.
Yeah.
Right now.
Craw zaddy. Hello.
So I finished that pink one the other day. Finished as in, it's in a good spot right now.
It's pieced together.
It's pieced together. It needs
set up.
Good setup, which I might practice on,
Mm-hmm.
I will do that. Because literally whatever the bridge was at,
that's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it's set at. And I'm like, yeah, it was a little high. Probably could do a little, I don't know. It was a used neck. You probably should have thought, like, why did they take this neck off? Probably shouldn't buy it.
I sent you an ad. It was like I don't know, Facebook or Reverb or something like that. Somebody's talking about the best guitar I ever played, the best guitar ever built. It's like plays like butter. And then some. It's like, why are you selling it?
Yeah. The best of all time.
And I sent that to you with that comment, and then other people was like, all right, if you're shooting this whole thing up, like you're blowing smoke up this thing's ass, why are you selling it? If it's the best guitar you've ever played, seen, ever existed in the world, why are you selling it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you can always dial something back. I'm like, hey, it's a really cool guitar. I don't have time to play it. Boom, that's all you need to say. No, like, just like best fabricated pieces of the best forged from the earth pieces.
You won't regret it. Yeah.
I actually am going to kill myself after I sell it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so disappointed in myself for not owning this. All right, you went a little too hard in the paint there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess I have to buy this so you kill yourself. Oops. You in the cart. Oops.
One less dumbass in the world.
Damn. So trying to work on this the Meteor bass now.
Yes.
That's my next.
The Meteor.
I had a lot of stuff for it. I didn't have everything. So kind of went on a parts run, I guess.
Yeah.
Through Reverb, through eBay.
Yeah.
Mine. Just like, well, I'm going to need a pick guard because,
might as well.
Got to make one. So basically that's going to be a learning process. I have, sorry, I'm burping.
Mm-hmm.
I have a guide, I guess, for a pick guard, but since it's set up with a different pickup than what I was sent, I guess. The guy would only route it for a soap bar, but I put in a P90, So I have to, with the dog ear, it's like a dog ear, it's a B90. The Seric B90, which is, should be a sick sounding, a different sound, It's routed for I guess I could grab it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take this off, but
I'll just take out this piece.
This is a P-bass one. I was using it just to guide for the pickups are in the same spot. The neck pocket are right, so I'll use this as a guide, at least when placing the pickups when I route that shit out.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know what I'm doing. But, so it's routed for a soap bar, I guess, style.
Like humbucker, mini humbucker?
Yeah, like a mini bass humbucker, I guess.
Yeah.
Not like the Music Man humbucker style.
Mm-hmm.
And then P-bass, the split coil. I got a bridge just today, so I threw that on. So this is like the Fender high mass style. It doesn't say Fender on it, which is kind of what I was going for. They had them where they were like,
stamped
Fender. Yeah. I'm like, well, it's not
a Fender.
It's not a Fender, but I got that on there.
Yeah, get that. Faceplate or
not a Fender.
Neck plate.
I'm not gonna get a watermark, water slide sticker on the freaking neck.
Mm-hmm.
The headstock. But I guess what I need to do now is one, make the pick guard, get the split coils, which I'm probably gonna do just quarter pounders.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That is the tried and true. That's my sound. So
do you know what the output is, or if you remember? Do you remember the output of the B90?
I do not.
More vintage voiced, or?
Yeah, I think it is, but I mean, we could probably look it up on their website real quick. But
well, then, yeah. Would you ever think about getting more of a vintage voiced P-bass pickup to kind of match it?
I don't know. But maybe cool to have the two different ones. Maybe if it doesn't really sound good through my amp. I don't know. It probably will sound fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you're right, because if you flip between them, it's gonna be louder, quiet.
Yeah, and then you already kind of have the, quarter pound pickup sound.
Quarter pounders aren't that hot though.
Yeah,
they're only 12K.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah, there might be a difference, but it might be cool. I don't know. You're probably right. I probably should. Match.
Yeah. I mean, you have options.
You got options.
You got options.
So, also I couldn't find screws for even the pickup mounting screws for the pink bass. I couldn't find them. So I basically just went like hardware lit, just like, ordered a bunch of stuff. I got a new bridge from my sister's bass. I'm just going to patch up, put it all together. Just a little Squire.
Yeah.
Affinity. Send it to her and just like, hey, play this. Prove to me that, you want to play this.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then I don't care. And then if you start playing it, then we'll talk about making it a better bass.
Yeah.
I thought about that because I'm like, oh, it'd be sick to
change
work on it.
And you were saying about painting it and refinishing and changing pickups. I'm like,
I'd want
If it was your bass, yeah.
I wanted to play it and it be shitty first to see if you even want to do it. Because I played a shitty bass forever, I played that thing and I still am stuck with it. So it's like it galvanizes you.
Yeah,
it's like playing with a weighted bat. No, it's like it's such a stupid analogy.
Well, you kind of learn. I don't know. I mean, it's always. I don't know if it's just it's something that comes with time, and a lot of things are like you get the more money you get, the better things that you can invest in, and what to invest in. Because I've made mistakes too, and I think you have, of like what instruments. I think I've made more than you instruments to buy that don't equate.
Oh, and more expensive ones, I'm sure.
Like,
well, I don't know, dude.
Well, my Gibson Les Paul Classic was pretty cool, and I used it for a while, but I just never gelled with it. And it was like, that's like a $2,000 mistake.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I sold it and didn't even get close to that money back. It's essentially kind of gave a really good deal to a family member.
Yeah.
And, I should have never bought that guitar.
Yeah.
Or
there
like
are other guitars that you bought that, you probably shouldn't have bought either.
Yeah. Oh man, I owned a Telly.
The Billy Joel. Sorry, not Joel.
Billy Joe Armstrong. I kind of wish I didn't sell that. Because that went up way in price. Fuck. That went up in price a lot. I should have just held on to that fucking thing. Should have held on. Man, did we ever talk about that on the podcast?
I don't think so.
I owned, Billy Joe Les Paul Jr. Like, not the new double cutaway, not the Epiphone one, but I owned the first one. I should have kept that.
It was like the 06 one or whatever.
I think 05 or 04. Something like that. I'm like, damn. That's one I truly regret selling that guitar. Because it probably would sound really great, and then it would be a cool guitar to bust out every once in a while just for recording, but I wouldn't play it on stage, because I'm like playing a signature guitar on stage. It's like, okay, we get it. You like Green Day, we get it. But also, it's like the value of that thing. Man, I lost my ass on that one.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I bet it's probably $1,500 to $2,000.
Damn.
If there's any for sale.
Was okay. I don't know. Oh, that's Epiphone. Even the Epiphone, Jesus, like $500.
Yeah. But that was a guitar obviously I bought because I'm a Green Day fan, but didn't really mesh with me. I still really want to push for trying to get a P90 in my pink Les Paul, just to make it like my guitar, but with a P90 sound.
Yeah. What kind of P90 do you think of going with?
I was gonna go with I think what's the
Antiquity
Rio Grande pickups, because it's a humbucker.
Oh, okay. So you do the soap bar style.
Well, it's gonna be a humbucker size P90. I think
gotcha.
Rio Grande pickups. They're Texas boys, actually.
Oh.
So they make a couple different ones in the.
Nice.
So, thinking about getting that, but I gotta, thinking about trying to, wire it in myself.
All right.
Probably figure it out.
I'm sure you could do it.
But I don't know if I need a new harness, because I can't remember what's the pot that is in that guitar currently.
You could always try it first.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, the guitar is just, I haven't played it in a while because I haven't dropped C tuning.
Yeah.
I got to change that shit back. I was like, let's put in drop C. I'm like, I don't fucking like this at all.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I'm thinking about putting all my guitars up to E standard.
All right. I mean, that's why I have everything set like that except for the Evertune.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I was playing it. It's out of tune. I'm like, it's probably because I was messing around with it one day.
Yeah. Also, it's been like 2 years since you've played it.
Yeah.
But
so,
it's like,
anyways, with I'm a little scared about I'd had to do some math, by the way, on this pick guard, because the pick guard is huge. the one I need for the base.
Yeah.
I had to do like measurements and then like hypotenuse and like figure out like what the longest length of, between point A, point B and what C, it's like, I'm like, man, I'm so because I was on, I sent you a couple links, but StewMac, right? And they wanted quite a bit for their pick guards, but they were bigger than what I could find on, Reverb or eBay even.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, because I need to have the longest length needs to be this. I'm like, wait a minute, Kyle, your pick guard can be turned, to utilize the full width of, And I'm like, oh, so dumb. So I'm like, I did the math, and I figured it out. I'm like, okay, it's 19 and like a quarter. I'm like, I just got to find something that from point A to point B is this length. I'm like, found it for like, for less and with free shipping.
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned like the shipping was a pain in the ass.
StewMac has some good stuff, but I'm like,
oh yeah,
their shipping, they'll fuck in the A's.
Well, probably they ship really well, I'm guessing.
Well, that and they're like actually charging the person for the shipping. Which I'm like, everybody's like, well, Amazon ships free in 2 hours. And, it's like, yeah, but they're eating that cost and they're a giant fucking corporation. Where it's like something like, I don't know if I just sound like a bootlicker. And I'm like, but like StewMac is a smaller company.
Amazon's delivering it themselves. They have a dude who's driving through your neighborhood that day anyways.
Whereas like StewMac, I'm like, okay, they got to go through UPS or FedEx or whatever.
Get jerked around by UPS and, all those guys.
And if you ever shipped anything, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I shipped something through FedEx personally, and I'm like, $22.
Jesus,
you fucking shitting me here, pal? And I'm like, okay, obviously, you're so accustomed to like the free shipping and stuff like that on websites.
Yeah.
Like I know, like Sweetwater does a lot of free shipping, but I'm sure they're eating that.
It's funny. You're like, oh, free shipping? Didn't you get free shipping through UPS? No, I still paid for shipping. Don't you realize that?
Yeah, UPS doesn't be like, no, we're doing it for free today.
Yeah, I saw that ad on Reverb for free shipping. So
I decided to not get paid today for work. It's like, no.
And it also said free second day shipping. So we'll do that too. We'll comp that. Yeah. Thanks for doing business with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for not doing business with us.
I was like, was it like on Joe Dirt? Yeah, maybe one time, one of these days, UNICEF will get into the shipping business.
UNICEF.
It was like, maybe like $200 for towing. I'm like, yeah. Oh, sorry, pal. Maybe one of these days, UNICEF will get into the the trucking company. Anyways.
Anyways, I got one more thing. So, working on that. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sure you love my shitty
en route.
Yeah, so I got tuners coming in too. So I decided to go with the cheapest ones I could find. Cheapest Shalers. Probably Shalers. It's German. Shalers? You say it like that really
is
annoying.
Good too. That's what
Hip Shot, yeah. I couldn't find any that were under like $90.
I had Shalers are great. I just didn't find any that looked like Fenders to me.
Well, yeah, and then also my base is routed it's routed already for Shalers. So it's like the whatever. I don't even know what size it is. But the neck already has the spot for Shalers. So I'm like, let me just
easy drop in.
Not deal with it, yeah. And so throw those in there whenever they come in. They're used, so we'll just see. If they're scratched up, then I'll just throw them on my sister's base or whatever, whatever. So they were like $50. So I'm like, all right, it's like half the cost of what?
Yeah.
With free shipping, comes with a little hardware. Mm-hmm. So we'll try that out. And then went to Straight Music out here. Yeah. Which is like I think we've been there before when Johnny was in town. You were here.
It's a bigger shop.
Yeah. Bought a couple things. Just I got a couple more parts and just odds and ends and stuff. But
you're in parts mode right now.
Yeah. I wanted to solve the issue with, so like out of frame, I'm not going to show you it, but like I have my keyboard, like my mini log right underneath my computer screen, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then I have my typing keyboard ahead of that. That's what it used to be, right? Yeah. And I saw they had like a laptop stand. I'm like, that could work. They didn't have like a keyboard stand.
Okay.
So I think it was like $15 or whatever. It's like, it comes in a box. It's a piece of shit. You know, it's all a bunch of like bent piece of metal. I'm like, perfect. You know, let's try and do this.
Yeah.
They didn't have one, like an example of how high they were. They didn't have one. I'm like, whatever. I'll just get it. And it's sheet metal, so I can probably modify it if I have to.
Yeah.
Cut it down, you know. And that's exactly what I've had to do because I put my, you know, it's obviously meant for like a DJ or something where you have your laptop over something.
Yeah.
Right? So the top part's actually meant for the laptop. And then you can have it over your keyboard, you have it over some type of whatever.
Workstation,
you know,
stuff like
just
that.
to keep it off. Yeah, you can have a keyboard underneath it. And so it's too tall. So I had like the mini log on top and it was like literally like it was covering like half the screen. I'm like, fucking hell. So I cut that down.
I can't have that when I'm fucking up noobs on COD.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, no problem. I'll just lift my screen. I'm like, my monitor's already as high as it'll go. I'm like, fuck. Well, I could put that on something. But then I'll be like, hey, yo, you got any other games?
You got any games you got?
Yeah.
Like when you're at Target, you're like, as a kid, you're like,
yeah,
breaking your neck playing the N64.
Yeah, playing always Mario. Or, you know, if it was N64, it was Mario or
Star
like Banjo-Kazooie.
Star Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox.
Man, because when you take Star
Fox.
Fox.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
If it was PlayStation, it was
Tomb Raider. And
Crash. Tomb Raider, like the demo.
Yeah.
You know, that only let you like shoot like 2 people and then it like, thank you for playing.
Crash.
Yeah, and then Spyro and Pipkin or whatever, the ones that you collect like the little like ants or whatever. Never mind, doesn't matter.
No, that's stupid. That was GameCube.
Oh, well, shit.
Not to be like, actually, Kyle, Pikmin was GameCube.
Excuse me.
No, Spyro.
You should know this.
Great game. Crash Bandicoot, great game. I do want to fucking. They remastered that, and I think we talked about like where companies are just basically taking something old and just shoving it back in your face again. And we're like, yes, please.
Yeah, they're having their millennial programmers redo everything. They're like, what is this shit?
Yeah, they're
just Pong.
They're just shoveling shit out to like millennials, basically, because they know that no kids are gonna be like, oh boy, new Crash Bandicoot's back.
Yeah, who's that? That must be a new character.
No kids or like Gen Z's like, oh boy, I loved Spyro, but like,
yeah, I love watching my dad play it.
35 to like 40-year-olds like, fuck yeah, Crash Bandicoot's back. GoldenEye, everybody.
Yeah. Let's play with shitty game mechanics.
Yeah. But I'm here for it.
Anyways, so that's exactly what I had to do. It's 4 brackets. I had to cut in 4 places so that it basically meshed into each other. So I had to cut, and then I'm like, I put it up, put the mini log on there. I'm like, fuck, it's still too high. Fuck. So right now I have my typing keyboard over so it's like it feels like I'm keyboard cat over here. Yeah, so not that big of a deal.
Would you ever get like a keyboard tray to put your mini log on underneath your desk that can roll out and you do
like screw it in and come out and put back in? Yeah, but man, my armrest would hit that shit all the time, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta do my
take the armrest off.
What?
Shut up.
What do you think I game with, dude? What do you think my arms are doing?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to relax?
You gotta be planted. And then you can fucking hit
I'll be like this the whole time.
It's a gamer chair. Here. I gotta fucking play games. Games first, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, I signed a contract when I bought this.
Yeah.
I have to game. At least once a month.
My fucking gamer chair that I have too, dude. And I
Your
fucking
Dix Racer.
My Dix Racers.
Your Dix Racer.
And then what do I have here? What's the gamer energy drink?
Oh, Game Fuel or G Fuel?
G Fuel, yeah. I've never tried that, but I'm like, I was at a liquor store one time, buying my seltzers. I saw some G Fuel. I'm like, I should get that.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to fucking get that. Why the hell am I going to, what the hell? No.
I play games. I play high stress.
Tetris? Have you ever played Tetris before, dude? Fucking getting on your ass with that. Getting all up in your ass. with Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris is like the lamest game.
No, it's probably one of the fucking best, horrible. Easiest.
Oh, no.
God,
easiest?
Man,
I've seen what you rank on that game.
Easiest to understand. But it's,
to understand.
It's easy to understand, difficult to master.
Yes. Like chess, dude.
Yes, I love playing chess.
It's not.
Do you like playing chess? No, you're not a chess guy.
No.
I got my
chess is lame.
3 games on my phone. They say, you got any games on your phone?
Your nephew?
My nephew. I'm like, all right, here we got fucking chess, solitaire, and Tetris. He's like, get out of here, you lame ass motherfucking bitch. And he's like, I'm like, God damn, dude.
I said games.
Not fucking mark ass bullshit.
Yeah, not
7-year-old
shit, dude.
I just get fucking 7-year-old dunks on my ass. I'm like, what the
fuck?
Simp. Simp.
Simp.
We got fucking Simpsons over here.
Yeah. Anyways, that is my what's new. What do you got?
All right. So, not a whole lot actually. So,
perfect.
Good thing that
what's the first topic?
Good thing we talked like 40 minutes on you cutting a tree.
Hey, it was tough, dude, and it was still electric.
Yeah,
it was my electric saw.
I like to come back all the way back to that. I like it was like, oh man, I had to use all of my attachments and stuff like that. I'm like, sure, you were fucking actually pretty stoked to be like, yes,
I got this saw.
I get to use every part of the DeWalt. Taking care of business.
I think I got a different brand for that. Oh, I know I got a different brand. I don't know if it's Black & Decker or Fisker.
Well,
I can't remember. It was like it was when I first moved in here because I had like a freaking tree falling apart in the backyard. And I didn't want it falling on anything. So I didn't want anyone to be widowed.
Yeah.
Especially my wife.
Yeah. So, anyways, not a whole lot. So I guess I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Xena Princess Warriors, my favorite.
Yeah.
Just under Hercules.
Xenophobia Chronicles. Get out. That's all you do is get the fuck out.
What the hell? Big words, get the fuck out. You trying to make me look stupid? I don't even know what it means.
Xenophobia. Anyways.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
I mean, Xenoblade is pretty cool ass game. So, but besides that, I have decided that at the moment, I'm gonna keep my HX Stomp. So essentially, I just have done nothing. I've unlisted it.
Oh my god!
I was getting one
continues.
I was just getting dicked around. On somebody like I think I've said it before. Like somebody offered me like $200.
I do the dicking.
Yeah, just
you say to him.
Getting dicking down. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking give this shit away because it's actually pretty good. I know it's like, yeah, it did fuck me in the ass for a little while there,
as they say.
But no, so far it's been pretty good, and but I decided to keep it because I might use it for, thinking about the band. We're thinking about getting a studio to use for the band and also other extracurricular activities.
Oh yeah, you got to build your studio around the
thinking about
Stomp.
No, but I could use it there instead of transporting a fractal back and forth. Because hooking up 3 cables is a bitch.
Such a
it's a goddamn
such a pain.
Goddamn pain. That is kind of a joke, but I'm like, I already fucking have the thing, and I'm not hurting for cash, so I'm like, all right, hold on to it. But so keeping the HX Stomp at the moment, but they're like the day after I decided to be like it was a huge deal on Craigslist. The day after, not that it was like a monumental moment, but the day after I was like, wow, there's a new update for the Helix.
Is it still for sale? No, it's not.
Sorry.
Smile.
Sorry, bucko.
Sorry.
Why don't you get fucked?
Sorry, I'm keeping it. Okay, cool.
Why?
Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you
You're
go
like such an asshole to them because
go buy a Kemper? Well, I was actually thinking about it too, so I'll go and buy one. You fuck off.
Save your breath. I'm not listening, but you should check out Fractal first
because it actually is way better. But there was a new update to the Helix stuff, including the Ajax Stomp. So, which they include, which is cool.
Did it help like that capacitor with more solder? Is that what the update did? Did it add more?
I haven't updated it yet, so we'll get to that in a second, in a moment. But the new update has some things that are, kind of,
Oh yeah, I kind of heard people talking about it.
Ringing my bell here. So there's more shit in there, but they added more amps. Cool, right? Always like more amps.
Yeah.
More drive pedals.
Ooh.
In there. Always like drive pedals, right? I think
who doesn't like it?
A couple more effects and stuff like that I didn't note or pay much attention to because I didn't care that much. And then they did add some more, reverse burps there to the mic. They added more cabs in their Line 6 cab line on the Helix unit, but they also beefed up their IR loader that they have in it.
Oh.
The loads.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong joke.
IR block or whatever the hell it is. So impulse responses, which I have I have a lot of them. And I love me some ML Sound Labs IRs. They're great. They're so awesome.
I feel like they issue those just so you can buy them.
Yeah, and they keep doing sales too, which I think they have one
now. Brian Gower.
Not affiliated, no promo, nothing given my way, but I see that and I'm like, I am so tempted just to click that link. They're doing a Black Friday, but they're doing Black November.
Wow.
November Blacked edition for ML Sound Labs.
Put that Line 6 out and see if Brian buys it still. He's like, oh shit, there's ML Sound Labs.
ML Sound Labs.
You sound like Alex Jones too. What the hell? I gotta get that. What?
I'll punch you in the nose.
I gotta get those sound things. I can't. IRs. That's
but ML Sound Labs. I have a bunch of those IRs, and the fact that you can load them into the Helix is cool. Obviously, there's nothing super brand new. But those are IRs that I like that they just sound better. I think I was a couple years ago, I was talking with Derek from the Tone Control. He's like, okay, I'm trying to get into IRs, but like, what's really the deal with these? Why are they better than the cabs in something like a Helix? I'm like, they just sound better. He's like, cool, Brian, you didn't fucking explain anything. I'm like, I don't know, fucking throw them on there until they sound good, and they're going to sound better than the cab. He's like, you explained it, but you almost kind of didn't. And then he tried it. He's like, oh, these are good.
You're right.
Like, the IRs are good. I'm like, okay. So he's got to find, it's like, how do you know when an IR is good? I'm like, oh, when it sounds good. He's like, God damn it, why do I even talk to you, Ryan?
Well, I don't like when they do a bad job, but when they sound good, they're good.
That's like the difference between like us and like the Tone Control. They're actually trying to like have like an opinion that like you can
What
use.
It does, it balances the signal coming out. Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, well, if it sounds
good, like shit.
It sounds good.
Sounds good now.
But I hate it when they do a bad job because that pisses me right out of my ass.
It pisses me right the hell off.
That shit is
out my asshole.
Out my ass. You ever had a hemorrhoid before? Because it's fucking moida, pal. And we start talking about something else. But anyways, talking with him about it, I do love the ML. I'll go to fucking hell for those.
I'll go to hell for. I'll die in this hill.
Nobody at that company knows who the fuck we are, but I really enjoy those. And then the fact that now they beefed up the IR loader or IR block or whatever, so where you can put two IRs, impulse responses, onto one block. From what I read, it makes easier saves on memory.
I love it when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, it makes
make it good.
Yeah. And because in the fractal, you can put 2 IRs per cab block, and it makes it super easy, and it now makes it super similar in that regard. So I think it's a pretty cool update. There's more shit in there that I didn't pay attention to because I won't use it, but I'm pretty stoked to, on that. The fact that like the day before, it was like the day or two before I was like decided, fucking unlist, I'm gonna keep it. And then the new RJ, like the morning of, like at 6 a.m., he's like, check this out, bro. RJ sent me a screenshot. I'm like, new update. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm actually decided to keep the fucking thing.
RJ hits up everyone he knows who has
yo,
one.
Yo.
Hey, he's up at 5 a.m. They released it.
He's
like reading the ticker tape.
He's a line 6.
They did it.
I'm a RJ from Telly Talks. He's a freelance line 6 rep.
He does more than what they would do.
No, he sends all these people emails and updates. I'm like, what's going on with line 6? He's like, so what do you
join
think?
my newsletter.
So what do you think? You guys want to hire me? Like, why don't you try that a couple more times for the next 2 years? Then
Done.
RJ's like, I'm on it. But yeah, so my boy RJ
Say no more.
hit me up about it, and then I started seeing it all over the place. So
nice.
Stoked to try it, but I will say I'm not super fucking stoked to try it because my Helix is still in the box, and I haven't
unpack it.
I haven't downloaded.
Plug it in.
I haven't downloaded shit to do it, so I'm stoked, but not that.
So how many updates do you have to do?
I don't know. I updated my Switch the other day before I even fucking updated the Helix.
Jesus.
So I'm stoked to keep it. That's my, it's my choice here. I've, made my bed. But yeah, so that's kind of my what's news. So essentially I've been playing video games and doing nothing else.
Hell yeah.
Going to work and just getting bitched at all day. Good time.
Yeah. That's my jam.
Let's get into at least a topic here.
We could try. Jesus. You talk forever about that Helix, dude. Try to get on my level and chop down some fucking trees, dude.
Get some trees.
Yeah, you think this beard came naturally, dude? This is my second tree ever I've trimmed, dude.
You're all Paul Bunyan in your backyard. You got the cats like dressed up like ox and painted blue. both of them in the catio.
They hate me.
Yeah,
they probably do.
They're like, this son of a bitch. Halloween wasn't enough for this motherfucker. Now he's gonna dress me like an ox.
All right, what we got?
Okay, so this topic kind of, I don't know, loose one here. So, friend of the show, Johnny Ray. He's been on the podcast before, but I don't think he hasn't been on one of these virtual podcasts. So I guess we
should probably do that.
Those of you who don't know, yeah. I'm not sure if he has the ability to record. But
no, bring him to your spot.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, we can
throw him on yours.
We can make that happen. So we should.
Or bring him here. That's fine too.
Yeah.
You can't have him.
Last time he was on, we did an in person IRL podcast over at your place, which has been a kind of a while since. But we can have Johnny over and we'll do a podcast together. So over Zoom. But he had asked how we record podcasts now, which I think we've done one maybe a couple years ago where we talked about how we record a podcast and how people starting out and wanting to do it. It's really, you can get lost in the sauce of how to do a podcast and so much gear and what shit you actually need and how to do it. And I think this is a little different because we're doing it remote. You're in Texas. I'm in California.
Yeah. We didn't start remote, right?
No. Yeah. We were in the same room in San Diego. You moved. And then maybe we can talk about how the first iteration of doing the remote podcast was and what we're doing now. And yeah.
So currently we can, I guess we go over current shit and then back into what you can do. Also, it still works.
Maybe, maybe this is kind of like how to record a remote podcast.
Okay.
At least how we do it. I know there's plenty of other ways and ways that you can spend a lot more money. But how we do it.
So I guess I'll start.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need you can really start with basic shit. But, microphone, right? You need a microphone.
Yeah.
You even need a stand, all right? You need a way to get it into your computer. So it could be a USB mic, right? But for me, I'm running SM7, which is a overboard mic.
Yeah.
I just do everything that like Joe Rogan does.
St. Rogies,
naturally. Yeah. Rogues, he's all over the place, but he knows his mics, dude. So I got the same mic, SM7B, I think, right?
Yeah.
SM7B, running it into a cloud lifter, which activator is what they kind of describe it as. It
adds more gain.
Gains it up. Yeah, it gains the mic up because these draw a lot of power. Really, because
they need a lot of power. So
they run at 48 volt or whatever.
No, not even that. It's the cloud lifter runs at 48 volt. So these are a dynamic mic. So it's like an SM58, SM57, but they're just I don't know what the hell it is. They're not super sensitive. So to get them up to like a talking volume, singing volume, stuff like that, usually you need more gain. So I think back in the day, these were popular. They're not only the Joe Rogan mic, they're the Michael Jackson Thriller mic, which is like for a $400 mic. I'm like, Thriller's good album, right? Hell of a
It made that album, dude. I didn't even know it was in there, but it made it.
Not the moonwalking.
Was it dancing in the back? What was it? Like I didn't even see it.
So, but it's a popular mic and it's been used in studios still to this day. It's awesome, but it's it's just pretty, it's a quiet mic. So to get it up there, you need a lot of gain, either from like preamps, like if you have, 2 preamps or APIs and shit like that. Oh, that's really shooting up there. But, something to give this more power, more power. So Tim, Tim the Toolman Taylor over there, style, Binford style power. But Cloud Lifter comes in with that, with clean gain, which is like I think 20 decibels or 24 decibels of clean gain, which is awesome because then you can always roll back gain on your interface or whatever your sound card is.
Yeah,
but
so I'm using from the Cloud Lifter, I'm going to a Scarlett 4i4, which is from Focusrite. It's just it's pretty cheap interface, and it does the job. So basically it takes your sound, right? It's your sound card, like you said. It's an external sound card.
Yeah.
So makes it available for the computer to then take through a USB cord.
Is that what it's called, like digital converters and shit like that?
Yeah.
Essentially taking like analog, input, like from an audio source and
making it digital.
Ones and zeros for the computer to understand.
Yeah. Then I'm recording off of that after routing through all, telling my computer every couple weeks to stop changing the settings because that's fucking Windows for you. It's a little bit longer than that, but every time I update, it's like, oh, cool, it stops working because Windows just wants to
set everything back up again.
We know what's best, and it's what's on your motherboard. Every like the basic audio input, it wants to use that system. Like, stop it. But you Focusrite. Once I tell it to default back, it's fine. Every new game I get, I basically have to go through it and tell it
new settings.
Focusrite, because it wants to go Windows. I'm like, no. So Focusrite to, and I record right onto Reason, which is just like it's a basic recording program that I like.
So you're recording your own audio, right? So that you have a clean, like Kyle talking. Like
I'm never clean.
Yeah. You have an MA rated track.
MA. It's a video game rating now.
Yeah. They're talking video games. The NC-17 or whatever. So you're essentially getting your clean vocal track recorded. So Kyle records his vocal track separately but we are talking to each other. And I guess maybe we could have let that off. It's like, so we're talking to each other and recording video we use Zoom currently.
Yeah.
It's not the best. And we've had our hiccups along the way, kind of mostly my part here. But,
oh man, Zoom updated today when I was logging in. I'm like, oh, you
son of a bitch. But so far it's been good.
It was fine. It was fine.
So far it's been good. So this update was fine. So Zoom we use and we pay for it, and it's like $15 a month or whatever. But we're able to do unlimited talk time for sessions, because sometimes it would be like, you have 30-minute limit. I'm like podcasts can be over that. Anyways, and then it also, so we're using that for video.
Yeah.
And then also it records both of our audio and just syncs it to the video track that it records, which is awesome for editing, which we'll get to later. But that's what we're using to talk to each other for. So Kyle is sending his audio not only to his recording DAW, which is Reason, but also he's sending it to Zoom so that I can hear him. And he's using his Focusrite, essentially, like that's the sound card, sending it to record to Reason and send to me for Zoom so I can hear him. And then also he's receiving my audio through the Focusrite, but he's only recording his Zoom.
Yeah, because I don't want that. Yeah.
I don't want that. And so I'm doing a similar thing here where I have the same kind of mic setup as Kyle, because same thing. Like both of us, we record vocals for bands and music and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, might as well just invest in getting, $400 mic. It's a lot. So just get something, honestly, get a 57 and then put like a little $12 foam thing on it. I did that a couple episodes ago, maybe a month or two ago. Can't tell a difference really in post, but I'm sure if you're really critical, hypercritical ear there. But it was kind of thing I'm like, okay, I don't know, I like it, worth getting. So this mic could be overkill. I'm going into an overkill interface, so you don't need to get this, but it's a 2-channel input Apollo Twin X from Universal Audio. So that's about $1,200 of interface you don't need, but I like it a lot. There's some features that I enjoy that you don't need. So I have that going the same way Kyle does. So I have...
We have similar setups, but we kind of use equipment slightly different, or we use different equipment, I guess.
Mm-hmm. In similar ways.
We're still overboard.
Yeah. You don't need to go Focusrite, which is like what? That's like $300, $400?
Yeah.
You could probably get something a little cheaper. But this is, I guess this is how we do it. We essentially want to have the option to route things in different ways.
Yeah.
So with my Apollo UA setup, and I know with your Focusrite setup, you're able to mix my vocals coming into you separately from what you hear in your headphones. I'm able to do the same thing, but I don't impact what I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
I can just turn it down in my ears. So if you're unfamiliar with what this is, I'm like, okay, I have a Scarlett 2i2 that you lent me, and it doesn't have that option, which kind of sucks because I got so used to doing it on the Apollo here. So I really enjoy that feature, but so essentially like Kyle could, I could turn them all the way down if I wanted to. I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm like, say like, oh, you want to hear yourself a little bit more than the other person, or hear the other person a little bit more than you in your own headphones. Cause I could, this is, I guess I wrote no notes for this, so I'm kind of all just scatterbrained here.
Well, we won't be confusing,
We're both virtual, obviously, so we're both wearing headphones. So I'm hearing Kyle and my own voice in my headphones.
Yeah. And
I want a certain level. So with the U audio stuff, you would hope for fucking $1,200 to $1,400. You can do this.
Yeah.
But you can also do it with the Focusrite 4i4 Scarlett stuff. You can make your own mix monitor mix. So kind of like think if you're on stage playing music, like, oh, more guitar, more bass, whatever. Da, da, da. He's like, more Kyle, less Brian, more Brian, less Kyle, whatever it is.
More farts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn that up and down. So, and Kyle on his Focusrite control, he has a mixer that he can turn things up and down. But it doesn't affect what is going to me over Zoom or what's going to him through Reason. So it's just what's monitoring through his headphones. So it's kind of a lot going into this, but really it just shows like Kyle spent a quarter what I did. Maybe even less.
Probably less because I think we got this microphone stand for free.
And
well, you did too.
Yeah, so did I. So it's like what we spent kind of in some of our gear, like even Kyle's kind of spent way more than most people would. Yeah. So
and you can get by with using, I mean, like a stage mic. This guy, which is a E835, right? Yeah. You could literally. I see podcasts do all the time, like video, like comedian podcasts. They just hold their mic, because they're kind of used to doing that anyways, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just throw like $1 like foam cover over it, and that's all you need, really. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nasty freaking hair-ridden, sun-faded, which I've never seen the sun.
Yeah. So you don't.
But what's the cheap way to do this? By the way, we talked about the expensive way. I mean, you could dive even deeper and get more expensive.
What is something I've never done? Just getting one of those USB mics.
Yeah.
So they're Blue makes them. I think the Yetis. A little bit more expensive is the Shure MV7s. Came out. Are comparable very much in look and sound to the Shures, but they will come with an XLR out, so if you wanted to use them with an interface, or a USB, so you just plug them into the fucking computer. That's it. No need for a Focusrite
Cloud Lifter
or any of that.
Damn.
So that's easy, and then you could still use Zoom if you wanted to record video podcasts and to
and they're like $250.
Yeah, and that's
$224.
One-stop shop. Boom, gone.
Damn.
Done. So those are pretty cool. And so essentially what we like to do is record our audio separately. So I'm recording my own audio cleanly into Pro Tools. So that's my DAW of choice. And I will, at least one person has to record, if they can, a master file. So whatever is coming into Zoom, because you got to use that for post later. Or if you wanted to just fucking, like, who fucking cares? Just whatever's recorded through Zoom. If you pay for the $15 a month or whatever the hell it is, it'll, give you the video file with the audio synced up to it, and it will give you just the audio file by itself. That's your podcast. Here you go.
That's pretty good, too.
Yeah, which it sounds fine. Pretty good. I do like what we do is we have our clean audio and I sync them up in Pro Tools and I edit that way. So I can cut some sibilance, cut some noise, add compression, EQ.
Some bad things that we talk about.
Oh, yeah. And then save.
We're bad boys.
Bad. So, yeah, I do like this way of communicating, and it's pretty seamless. Like, I feel like it's pretty... It feels like, I mean, we're right here because I hear your audio so cleanly in my ears, and there's no latency, really. And then, but this is, could be a really... If you wanted, like, to put audio first, but also have a video element to your podcast, that's kind of what we're doing. The video could be better, and we'll eventually upgrade that. We'll see what we can do, but I just don't want it to be a huge fucking production to get the podcast out. So that's why, what we're doing with Zoom. So if you do watch it on YouTube, it's a split screen deal. And see Kyle on the left, I'm on the right. That's it. That's the podcast. And you get to see us in our, studios. And, it's currently, I think, 720 video is what's output. And then, I don't know, whatever I do, I trick it to thinking that it's 1080 on YouTube, but it's really not. It actually might be 480. So it's not the best, quality. But, hey, that's what we get. There's other websites that I'm looking at doing, but they're also, double the price of what Zoom is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If you want higher quality, go to Patreon. But
we used to do I know we're probably dragging on here, but we used to record it onto a Zoom recorder separately.
Yeah. I guess they're kind of harping on what we do now, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. So when Kyle first moved,
we used to be even more simple when I moved out here. I moved away from home base.
Yeah. So
we would call each other on our phones, so we had our direct, audio to each other, and then we would hold the microphone. We'd have headphones in, right?
Yeah.
And we would talk.
Yeah.
It was more difficult than it is now.
It's a lot easier now because both of our setups are just always plugged in. I essentially always have everything set up. Since the past couple months. That light has been great. I love that light. This newer, whatever light. And then I always have my camera hooked up. This quick release stand. So if I use my camera, just plug it in, 2 cables, bingo, bango.
Nice.
It's super easy. But like Kyle had mentioned, we did do a remote podcast. If the video element is not your thing, don't need it.
Yeah.
Do the phone thing. So what we used to do, like Kyle said, we had a regular phone conversation. I know, your smartphones, Androids and iPhones, they do come with this app called a phone.
Yeah. And we did that because I didn't have a very good internet connection initially.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I didn't have a very good phone connection either. But because I was living out in the sticks.
Yeah, he was out in God's country.
Out in the country.
So that was a pretty cool workaround. So I guess with both Zoom doing it this way and recording your own audio and then syncing it later, I'll get back to yours in a second, Kyle, but you finish the Zoom thing. I like to have Kyle, record his audio. I love that. He always sends me a good track. I got my track, put them together. I can mix it better. And then I will have it synced to the video that Zoom sends me, and I'll do that in Final Cut. And the way that I can do that is if I have Kyle give me a countdown, like a 4, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. I'm like, you skip.
Yeah, I skip numbers too.
Skip 3 there, you dumbass. Brian, come on. I'm putting the cart before the horse. So I'll have him give me a countdown. So 1, I can sync it into Pro Tools. Because I'm recording the Zoom audio that's coming in from Kyle. So in case he ever has a bad audio track, let's say something skips on his or whatever.
Bad.
I have, Kyle hates this belts, suspenders mentality here. Like
you say it so often.
So we've had it once or twice on Patreon where it's like his track just stopped recording. But I had the Zoom coming in from him, which was pretty clean. And then I just kind of cut in his audio when he started recording again. Recording again. Yeah, I'm glad I had that. And I just cut it in, and you couldn't really tell. So I am always recording the Zoom coming in, which is easy when it's just one person, because that's essentially my Kyle Zoom track.
Yeah.
And I just send my Kyle Focusrite track that he...
my Kyle.
And I just sync it, really. I'm just like, I'm sure there's a way to do it with like a plugin or something like that, or automated. But I essentially just like the lines of like 1, 2, up and down on. I look at the waveform and I match Kyle's waveform. 1, 2, and then I just get him. It's hyper enhance. And I get.
We have the technology.
I match the humps. They humped. And of the waveform, and that's how I sync up the audio, and then I just do my editing as I need to, like add compression, EQ, and stuff like that. So I always add EQ, compression, gate to these tracks. I never add de-esser. I had a friend like, do you ever use de-esser? I'm like, no, can never really hear it. I guess maybe you can hear some like breaths or like, but I think gate usually cuts most of that shit out. So, but yeah, that's how I sync up the audio, and then I just take that track into Final Cut, and just because of like the 1s and 2s and claps that we do, that all syncs it up in Final Cut, and then boom, good audio on the 480p that I get from Zoom, and then I throw that on YouTube. And now, to go back to what Kyle was saying before, when we first started doing the remote podcasts, so this is where gear, maybe people aren't so privy to this, but these things are real great, and they have a bunch of different ones nowadays, so you don't need to go full bore. We both have portable Zoom recorders.
Yeah.
So the brand is Zoom, not to be confused with Zoom software that we're using for conferencing.
Or Mazda commercials from mid 2000s.
That's so creepy, kid. Like, oh my God, that's fun.
Oh, redheaded kid, I think, too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And you're like, oh, that's me.
You're like from a freaking nightmare. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's my little brother. Oh. But we have the Zoom, the portable handy recorders. So the H5 Kyle currently has, and then I have the H9. So we started out the podcast using the
H6.
What did I say?
You said H9.
Oh man, I got Eventide on the brain.
Damn.
Eventide on the brain. We'll get into that.
I can't find the H. I bought the H9 you're talking about, but I think I spent like $500 on it.
the podcast record function. All I got is these fucking wacky space ants. So
I love it.
It's fucking cool, but we can't record.
But no one understands what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. So Kyle, we bought the H5 initially to record the podcast, and then we knew we needed more tracks, so we upgraded to the H6, and then
we need more, baby,
more channels. And then so we kept the H5 because it's like, might as well. And then Kyle moved. I'm like, okay, glad we kept that thing. So Kyle has that. And then when he moved, it's a battery powered thing. Super easy, great quality audio that you can get from those things. Plug in a microphone, whatever. And that's what we used. So we each recorded our own audio tracks cleanly, how we're doing now, but on a battery-powered device. And we talked to each other through phone call.
Yeah.
So essentially what I did is I would get a sync track on my own audio track that I'm talking on the microphone in to my Zoom, and I would have Kyle like yell 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I would have it on speakerphone essentially, just so I can match his recorded audio into his Zoom to the audio that I'm getting from him through the speakerphone.
Jesus.
And that's how I synced it.
It worked.
And a lot of people were pretty like impressive. Like, I can't tell that you guys are apart.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because we're recording separate audio tracks, which is actually, we're very isolated from each other. So we're going to have no bleed.
Yeah.
When we were in the garage, we were essentially a dining room table apart. Yeah. So we had less
Please pass the jelly.
Yeah. less bleed from each other. You can still hear it, Yeah. And now it's like we're so far, like you won't, if Kyle dropped something, a bowling ball, I'm not going to pick it up in my audio. So I can essentially cut it
like 1,300 miles away from me.
So I could cut it out of the podcast if it doesn't work right. So if you ever hear like bleed or like something like Kyle talking or something happen in the background, I intentionally leave it in there if it works for the episode, but I could cut it out
or from farting or something. Or...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave the farts in there. So, I don't know. Essentially, you want to get the cleanest audio that you can. It's not necessary, but really helps.
I think you're leaving out like the hardest part about a podcast.
Yeah, I guess this is almost a tag on to the initial one that we did months ago.
Yeah. So you have to have this. Mm-hmm. You have to have this if you're going to do a podcast.
What?
No, I was setting up for you. I thought you were going to smash it in. You you got to talk. You got to be good at it. You got to have a fucking good topic. You can't just be like,
let's
talk about trimming trees for fuck. Yeah, okay? That's actually, bullshit filler.
We didn't have a topic at all for 256 episodes. No, honestly, I mean, I think we don't have the biggest listenership in the world. We're not the biggest podcast in the world. Not even the biggest guitar podcast or whatever. But
not even the biggest dicks in the world.
No,
or have them.
I think it's all right to have micro peen here. Amongst friends here.
My teenas?
Having the emergency teenas. So, well, I don't know. It's just we enjoy talking to each other. So if we didn't have a podcast, we'd do this anyways.
Yeah.
And we already are set up for it. So if the podcast ended, we'd still have Zoom calls. So
I'd probably still sit here on a Wednesday night and go,
that is cool. Can I talk about my tree trimming now? What about my cats? They dressed up as a dragon. Can I talk about that now? Let me talk, damn it. So, yeah. But I think for the tech behind it, there can be a lot going into it, or you can make it as easy as just talking over the Zoom conferencing, and it does it for you. Just fucking it's done. There's a lot of podcasts that do that, and they make it work. I know a podcast that is super popular that I like, Matt and Shane. They did that a lot during the pandemic. Matt was trying to figure shit out, and he didn't make it sound any better. Shane just had a USB mic that he was sitting at his parents' house talking to him in the basement. Bunch of kids running around. He's just talking. It was still a great podcast because, like you said, he paused his game for that to record a podcast. No, but it's like you said. It's like they had a great conversation. You can tell Matt and Shane are great friends. They're just having fun. And I don't know. I kind of think I'd like to say we have a good conversation. I enjoy it, at least. I hope others do.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tech, you can always upgrade. Like us right now, we're in the middle of it. I want to upgrade more of the shit that we use for video wise, but we'll get there. Cross that bridge. So longer, topic than I thought actually it was going to be. So thanks, Johnny.
Yeah.
For that, because I think he said he has a friend who wants to start a video podcast. So he asked that question. So thank you, Johnny Ray. Got to get him on this podcast sooner than later. So expect Johnny will drag his ass on here.
Yeah, what the hell? We need to get him back on here. I miss him.
Damn it. Well, we're going to try and get out there in January, at least me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you, Brian, unless Johnny comes.
It's a package deal.
Yeah. So after the holidays, try and get out there, see the old K-Man. We get some, some bro time. But let's, we're overstaying our welcome here. Let's get on out of here. What do you say?
Let's do it.
So I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group linked in the description. We're on Instagram. Kind of could get away with that. We're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks. We're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks, linked in the description as well. And then, of course, YouTube. Can you give us a sub over there? Do you have a sub to spare?
Yeah, not a $5 either. Not the $5 foot long.
Oh, give us the foot longs. Give us the 6 inches. We just
tiny,
need
tiny ones. We'll take them all.
Yeah.
Oh,
give us the finger foods. We'll take them over there.
The Vienna sausage, dude. Just fucking give us anything. We're starving.
Yeah, we're steaming right along to 300. And so give us a sub over there, linked in the description as well. As of course, this one here, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. For $2 a month, you get a bonus episode every week, and then you get an RSS feed that you get to put into your favorite podcatcher. Get all the past bonus episodes. There's over 256 bonus episodes over there on Patreon, and then they're coming out every Tuesday. If we ever do miss one here on the main, like we said, we're not missing it on Patreon.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So, got good shit over there. We got, behind the paywall, got the spicy stuff over there. They got that fucking spicy chip challenge or whatever there.
Yeah, the one chip. Yeah.
Think about that, but for a podcast.
Yeah, that's us.
It's hot to trot. Anyways, Kyle didn't like that. But just for the support, we want to give a huge shout out. I saw that on my liquor store here, and I was like, man, they have a bunch of those. I should try that. I'm just I'm buying seltzers. I'm like, I should buy that. No, you haven't. You just fuck off. You did enough to stop drinking, energy drinks. Don't buy dumb shit like that. It's gonna shit out your ass for a fucking.
Oh God,
it's just fire.
Yeah, just ring of fire. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, just for the support. Fuck. Just for the support, we want to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button Podcast.
Oh yeah.
I got Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, and Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Christ from 37 Effects, Joe, Will Leahy from Energy Weapon. I'm struggling here. Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path Podcast. They're all getting dirty on the Just Surprise Me podcast and Masters of the Cinematic Universe.
I like how you change it up network a little bit and just fucks you over. You're like,
I'm trying to change it up, man. Fuck. I'm doing it, dude. I'm living the life. Texas State Boggle Champs.
At a certain point, this is the middle part with Joe, Will, Tony, and Doug. It's all just Texas State Boggle Champs.
Yeah, I know. It's just taking them all down.
Well, it's also kind of their fault because they're busy boys. They're doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So it's whereas I can, play Switch and then just do a podcast. That's about all I do all week.
Damn, is that what you did today? Shit.
No,
you worked.
No, I just like I said, bitched out all day.
Anyways, who gives a fuck? Anyways, we got RJ Smith from Teletalks. We got Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from the band Night Tides from Smashville, Tennessee, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, also in Flashville,
and then really, really fast.
I thought it was Splashville because it's Splashdown. I don't know.
Given the flog.
Splish splash, I was in there.
Damn it.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yes.
Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds in San Antonio. Look them up for shows, I'm sure. They'd love it. I go hang out with that dude. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects.
I think you're saying I'm going to go ham on that dude. I'm like, what?
I'm going to go ham on that motherfucker.
I'm going ham.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Mike Oxpig, Hugh G-Rection.
Oh, yeah.
And Denny Whacked It.
Hell yeah. What about Asheville? And they're just I just fucking smoking cigars all day.
Yeah. That's pretty good, Brian. Just Trashville, We already went over these, right? Two episodes ago we didn't
do Trashville. That's good. And we didn't do Asheville. Come on.
I think I did.
Asheville?
I did Asheville.
God damn.
Or how about Assville and it's filled with you? Zach Hale, Eric Merrow from YouTube, Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. It spells bad, by the way.
Bad.
We know he's bad. He's bad. Tyler Ryan's from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Fenslaw, Michael McVeigh, Matthew Davis, Chase Stevens, and we have Pete from Over There.
All right.
Over there.
There we go. But before we get, what about Fashville? They all just fucking looking stylish.
Yeah.
No? All right. Fine.
No, it's all right. It's a good
Hashville, and they all just fucking, just
eat. I already did that one.
Really?
You went for the weed, and I said no. It's hash potatoes.
Breakfast. Hashville, they love breakfast.
God, you forget this so quickly.
You know what? God damn it. I don't even know why I do this with you. All right. We'll see you next time. We love you.
Stashville, and everyone's got a mustache. See, we tried that one too.
No. Or Stashville.
Everyone's hiding stuff.
Exactly.
And Cashville, and everyone's got some greenbacks on.
Or they're doing the cachet. We did that one already.
We
Let's
did
get out
that,
of here.
see?
We repeat
Yeah,
jokes.
all
Let's
right,
bye. Bashville, and everybody likes to have a party.
I think we did that one.
No, we did Bashville, but it was like, oh, everybody's shy.
Oh, Bashfulville.
Yeah.
Or everyone's, getting the shit beat out of them.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.